How's it going, guys? And as promised, I am here with a video on WWE 2K22. Now, it's not going to be a full-on review, obviously. You see what the topic is. We're going to be talking about the star attraction to this game, and that's the Rey Mysterio Showcase mode. And before, we get into this, I just want to say, just general first impressions, I'm really enjoying this game quite a bit. The gameplay is just marvelous, in my opinion. Even better than 2K19, and you guys know that I'm a big fan of 2K19. You could all check out my video of that very game on this channel. But this showcase, it wasn't exactly as I was expecting it to be. Showcase is a very important mode for me because to me, that is the big attraction. I like playing as the superstars. As fun as it is to create a character and go through the my career and all that, I think that going and playing as the actual superstars has a lot of novelty to it. And beyond that, I mean, it's a big thing for me, and it has been for many years that these games have been coming out. So this Rey Mysterio one, though, I think they sort of missed the mark. Now, it by no means is a bad showcase, but it's definitely showing that it needs improvement. Now, they could, I think, easily expand upon it if there was some DLC, but as far as what I've seen, they have never really expanded on showcase mode. Since 2K15 was the last one. Those were additional showcases. This is just one that we're talking about. And I don't think that they really put as much thought into it as they really should have. And it's missing quite a bit of other superstars that shared in those moments with Rey Mysterio. So let me talk to you and tell you exactly why this mode didn't really go off it as well as I initially thought that it was going to. So, first of all, there's no Kurt Angle, there's no Matt Hardy, there's no Chavo Guerrero, there's no Tajiri, there's no CM Punk, there's no Randy Orton. That tells you something right there in this showcase. You're missing a hell of a lot of matches. Now, we do get two Eddie matches. One's from Halloween Havoc back in 1997, and then we also have another one with Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 21. Good match. I mean, both of them good matches. Good to see a WCW match in there. Many other WCW matches are missing, of course. But it goes without saying that we're missing quite a few here. Where is the Eddie Guerrero ladder match from SummerSlam of 2005 from the very same year? They also had a match at Judgment Day. That one's nowhere to be found. They're missing so many matches here. And if you may notice something too about this showcase, we're starting his showcase in WWE in 2005. It goes right from Halloween Havoc 1996 and jumps right up to WrestleMania 21. Rey Mysterio debuted in WWE in 2002. We're skipping 3 whole years of his career. I would say that's quite a lot, to say the least. Yeah, they're sort of missing a lot of golden moments. They're missing a lot of important moments. Now, I get it. I understand. Chavo Guerrero was under contract during development with AEW. But this is not the first time that they would have had a wrestler from another promotion in a WWE game. We talked about SmackDown versus Raw 2011 and how they had Rob Van Dam. Guess where Rob Van Dam was at the time? He was in TNA. He was in Impact Wrestling, but somehow, some way, WWE managed to get him into the game. And we're talking about the showcase. You know how important Chavo Guerrero was to Rey Mysterio being in WWE, and how many good matches they had together, how many good moments. But first and foremost, Kurt Angle. How could you not have Kurt Angle? Rey Mysterio's first pay-per-view match in the WWE was against Kurt Angle at SummerSlam 2002, one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time, in my opinion. You know, Matt Hardy, a WrestleMania, Rey Mysterio's first WrestleMania opponent. You know, I get it. Once again, you know, he's in AEW, but, you know, come on, would it really matter that much to have him in the fucking video game, and it would have made people happy? Tajiri, you know, CM Punk, okay, you know, I get it, that one's a bit iffy, but, you know, Ray did have a lot of history with Punk, but Orton's in the fucking game, and he doesn't have a match against Orton. Didn't Randy Orton drive Eddie Guerrero's lowrider, you know, into the SmackDown set, blowing it up? I mean, you know, come on. Like, how are we missing out on that great moment? You know, that controversial moment. I mean, unless they just didn't want to repeat it in the game. But okay, at least give them the match again against Orton at No Way Out 2006. No, we don't even get that. We don't get that match either. So it goes without saying, we're missing quite a few matches here. We don't even get to see Rey Mysterio's title win at WrestleMania 22, which is the craziest thing out of it all. You know, Kurt Angle and Orton, I get, you know, Angle's not there, so you can't have the triple threat match, but could we at least maybe see some footage of it? No, we don't even get to see that. Can't even see Kurt Angle. Can't even see him in the damn footage. What? I mean, come on. And Booker T, he's also in the game. Do we get to see Booker T, you know, beating him for the belt? Do we even get to see Rey Mysterio in the Royal Rumble, to winning the opportunity in the first place to go on to WrestleMania 22? No, we don't get that either. I mean, wow. Just so much is missing. And then when you see what they added, it just kind of really, you know, pales in comparison, you know, to the moments that I just named a lot of this stuff. Now, I am happy that they did get the Shawn Michaels match in there from Raw, the Eddie Guerrero tribute show. I mean, that's a very underrated, not talked about match. His match against JBL, so we do get a title defense match in there. His match against Kane, you know, when I think of Rey Mysterio, the Kane feud is not, you know, not a bad feud, but it's not really one of the feuds that I really think is first and foremost one of Rey's, you know, best, most memorable feuds. Dolph Ziggler, you know, does anyone remember that match from SummerSlam 2009? No, I sure as hell don't. Yes, the match against Batista, gotta get one in there. And I was happy to see that they included his match against The Undertaker at Royal Rumble 2010, which was a match that I never really watched until a few months ago. And I am so happy that I decided to do so, because that really is a very good match. And I enjoyed that one quite a bit. And to see it play out in the game was really good. I just don't understand why they decided to put this filter over it, like with this red hue. It's like really annoying. Now, they've done this in the past to try to match the picture quality of old broadcasts, and that's all fine and well, but this is from 2010, and this broadcast was in HD, so I'm not really too sure why they decided to do it here. And no, I don't like this at all. Match against The Miz. You know, I don't know if anyone really remembers that one. You get a match against Samoa Joe, which, you know, again, like, who even remembers that? And a match against Grand Metalik from a random ass episode of Raw? Like, are you serious? Like, we don't need to scrape the bottom of the barrel with Rey Mysterio. There's so many other choices, but Grand Metalik? And then we wrap things up with Ray and Dominic against Murphy and Seth Rollins. And, you know, okay, that's all fine and well. You know, you want to have something to cap things off. You know, Ray tagging with Dominic for the first time. Okay, that's good. So we got 12 matches altogether. And, you know, when I researched this, Daniel Bryan Showcase had 12 matches. You know, the last one was kind of a match against his indie self, you know, versus like who he was then. and there was 15 matches in 2K 2020 with the women. So like, okay, they got more matches, the women did, than Rey fucking Mysterio. And quite frankly, you know, I think Daniel Bryan's showcase was handled a bit better, because, you know, I went through Bryan's showcase and I'm like, okay, they're not really missing anything in this showcase that really like deserved to be there that they overlooked. I mean, you could like pick and choose a few little things here and there, but, you know, granted, you know, with Daniel Bryan, they didn't really need to look too far, because his career, you know, it isn't really that old. It was only like 8 years at that point, and he took 2 years off. So I mean, you've only got 6 years of matches to choose from. And you know, they threw in a match from Velocity with John Cena, so that was something. You know, they did throw in a little bit of a deep cut, but you know, here, you know, you don't really get any deep cuts. You don't really get like the biggest moments, and you know, I was just a little bit taken aback by how you know, poorly this mode was really treated. I mean, I don't think that they did a horrible job. I really do like how they combined the clips with Rey Mysterio, you know, during the matches. That's something that we had not seen before in a 2K showcase. So that was nice. You know, and the commentary from Rey Mysterio, him commentating over these matches, is always fun to listen to. I think, you know, Rey is very pleasant to listen to. He's not the best promo guy, but it's good to hear what he has to say on these matches. And the music, I mean, what the hell were they even thinking with this music, guys? I don't know. You know, they tried to make it sound a bit weird and atmospheric, and I appreciate the effort. I really do. You know, they tried to get that uke style down from like the old SmackDown games, and it was fun to have some background music for a change instead of the commentary, you know. But so we don't get any commentary. Okay, you know, so that's the thing. It's like, why is there no commentary during these matches? Played 2K16 not too long ago. They actually got Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler to sit down and re-record commentary for every single match, and there was quite a few matches in that showcase, way more than what's in this game. And I get it, you know, they didn't have to do that arduous task of having to combine the gameplay with the footage and cut it together so nicely, and that really is a big plus in this game. But you know, instead we get this weird music, you know, and I get it, you know, Taz commentated during a lot of these matches, and others that are no longer with the company, you know, like I think Matt Striker and Josh Matthews also did like commentary. So, you know, I get it. You know, maybe we don't want to get those people, but you know, if they really wanted to, you know, they damn well could have. And I just think it kind of affects the authenticity of the mode, to be quite honest. And instead we get this music, which, you know, like I said, I get it. They're trying to make it like how Ukes did with this type of atmospheric music, but it's not even close. There's nothing good here. I mean, the match against Ziggler, you kind of hear something that sounds a little bit catchy, but, you know, come on. There's nothing really here to write home about. Decent mode, but I gotta say, I'm kind of disappointed, guys, to say the very least. I think they could have done a lot better with this mode. And yeah, I think really, like, just not having Kurt Angle in there and the extra Eddie matches really did a number on this one. They really needed to have that stuff in here and have, you know, the 06 Rumble to really make it stand out and make it feel like a complete Rey Mysterio showcase. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bells to get all notifications when I post all my new videos. And I want to thank all my patrons for your continued support, and I'll see you next time, guys.